some people about to get exercised up in here.
I love you, RJ! I love you more! I want to have babies. Seahorse.
Half of the congregation left the Church of Christ and boycotted forgiveness. In his last hours as a sinner, Jeff Dahmer sat beneath the altar with a needle and thread, tracing stitches between his damnation and his head to tie himself closer to this world. He's examining every possibility in his control, but many still, in Roy Ratcliffe's flock, would have recognized Jeff without his shell. Because they know the tale of a serial killer is the absence of the fear of accidents, the bicycle that goes from crawling beggar faster to a series of whips and horsetails in the gravel. When Jeff was 12, he crashed his bicycle into a dead raccoon. It was an accident, says Ratcliffe, and the sentiment there leaves his congregation sitting broken arrow upright on the beach in low tide. The Reverend holds a gift. A Bible made from sucked out splinters. He feels as if he can try to explain the complexities of a simple God while wondering how a man who ate other men to gain their strength could follow him as easily. When the distance between Jeff and the first pew feels like a dying brave, fingertips a foot away from his tomahawk, or the war in the nearest hospital, more than anything, Lionel Dahmer believed there was a line his son would never cross. There was a line separating the harm he might do to himself and the harm he might do to someone else. The deserters of his God believed that if Jeff were submerged into the baptismal tub that morning, his transgressions would unplug the ocean and the rest of divinity would be wasted. Like his father, it would be all he could do. He would dig. He would pull out everything he could. He would not stop. His last Bible verse, apartment 213, 924 North 25th Street. This was just a beheading to appease the victims' families. And when Jeff listened to the orchestra of connections between himself and the dirt he had stumbled forth from, the voice wasn't a God he could answer to. Can you imagine the depth under which one forgets that you learning how I feel and me learning how you feel is healing? Reverend Roy Ratcliffe baptized Jeff Dahmer on May 11th, 1994, 8 months before his own murder. Not because he saw a nation of God-fearing people holding chloroform and hatred he'd only seen in racial prejudice, but because Jeff asked the one question that proved his faith. Is God's love for me too? Many resented him for asking this, Ratcliffe said, but Jeff dared to ask, and he dared to believe his answer. He fell into the baptismal tub that morning like severed hands, and again this world knew the waters of release from 33-year held tears of joy.
Woo!